We are a decision intelligence company that offers exceptional clarity and alignment and does results for CEOs across business, family, and themselves. This case study is about an exceptional designer who is looking for a big break. So let's take a look at how we do things. What matters to us is not the objectivity, but understanding the subjectivity of the forces that ultimately are from the spiritual consciousness side that flows through us, creating behavior and thus decision making, which is completely internal. Everything, including mergers and acquisitions or decision making, is all about the physics of intention. We have built a core system that basically can take multiple facets of these esoteric energies, which can be converted back into decision making, which becomes our final decision intelligence model. Then we take this and simulate a person's birth to the present, ultimately through these astrological energies, to create another data model from which we can understand causality and thus predictability. The result is that we create the essence of a human that is so vast, that is so deep, that we can now synthesize multiple decisions based on this data. Just to let you know that everything is all about a lot of patterns and number crunching. The presentation of this as we go forward is very simplified, but there's a ton of activity happening behind the scenes. So let's look at what happened with the designer. Everything is ultimately based on intent. The intent of the designer, and she was exceptional and probably the world's best in her industry. She wanted a big break because she was just not being able to fit in the same business family she was working with. When we looked at her entire energies, we saw a tremendous abandonment pattern at her home. When it comes to skills and serving customers, we realized a huge inspiration to serve the customers with a lot of innovation and inspiration. Finally, looking at some of these energies, we realized that somebody who has this abandonment problem or pattern, they don't really fit anywhere in the family because that is where they get rejected most of the time. After analyzing this, and you can clearly see most of these degrees or numbers that you see are 25, 26, 27. So the whole thing manifests as a very coherent energy within her. There is no lack of capability, it's the lack of inclusivity that becomes the real problem. This is finally the most important thing, that is, this is where innovation happens. Now, all these energies also work together. Think of two triangles, they are very strong two triangles working together, which actually creates problems and also creates the exceptional talent the designer has. What we did is we looked at her time chart. Time chart means that we can take her energies and then simulate it across time. And we realized there was a upcoming date where her biggest innovation energies are absolutely going to be coherent with the energies of spiritual consciousness. From here, we could realize that this would be her big break for the next 14 years. So, where is she now? She actually met very important people during this time. She finally got new contracts to sustain herself for several years and then break away from the family. Remember, this was not an easy event. In business families, typically Indians, it is very hard to separate out or separate themselves out from the entire family, but we helped her do this. We are a spiritual AI and decision intelligence firm. We help you deliver the alignment that is necessary across business, families, and yourself.